Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or making a donation, the link to my Buy Me a Coffee services and donations website is listed in the About section of my YouTube page, as well as my official TikTok and Instagram. And I thank you so much in advance. So, Sagittarius, I hope that you're doing well. I am going to use two decks for your reading today. The What We've Forgotten Oracle deck and the Tarot of the Abyss. Cards have been pre-shuffled. Energy has been cleared. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Sagittarius, please, angel spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Sagittarius? Wow, okay. 4 cards, it's a lot. But Cancer got 4 cards, so you're allowed to get 4 cards too. Excuse me, you got 5 cards. That's a lot, but we're gonna go with it. The first one, number 37, cycles. Cycles. 37 reduces to a 10, which corresponds to the Wheel of Fortune card of the Major Arcana, talking about divine timing. You also got number 6. Wow, this is beautiful. Number 6, which corresponds to the Lover's card of the Major Arcana, Gemini energy. Synchronicity. That is synchronicity. You got number 25, reduces to a 7, the Chariot card of the Major Arcana, Cancer energy, transfiguration. Number 39, which reduces to 11, the Justice card in the Major Arcana, Libra energy, vibration. And last but not least, number 38. So 39 and 38. Oh, 37, 38, and 39. Wow, that's tremendous. I've thoroughly shuffled these cards. I've used these cards a lot at this point to get 3 cards in succession like that. It's amazing. 38. You know what's crazy? When I was shuffling this, right before I turned on the camera, I saw this card and I thought that would be so beautiful if it pops out for Sagittarius. And it did. The Sun. 38. Another, oh, I'm sorry. This one, 39, corresponds to number 12, which is the Hanged Man. 38 corresponds to 11, which is the Justice card. Wow. So, okay, there's a lot going on here. I'm going to start with, actually, I'm going to start with these 3 cards, 25, 38, and 39. Okay, so you truly are acting like the alchemist that you are represented by in the tarot, which did not pop out yet, but it could. The Temperance card, the alchemist, turning base metals into gold, turning pain into power. It's this transmutation, transfiguration, this sense that we turn one thing and over time make it into another thing. And I see you working with the energies of the light and with vibration, your personal vibration, to then, it's like you put these two together and it creates this in the palm of your hands. So you could be performing some kind of energy work, Reiki, chi, working with chi energy. That's exactly what it is. Right? Have you ever done that? Deep concentration, focus, focus, focus all your energy. You rub your hands together to create the electrostatic energy between your hands. And then as you start to separate and come together and separate and come together, you can literally feel an energy, a ball of energy between your palms. And it becomes so powerful sometimes that you can feel the resistance, as if you had a ball, a physical ball between your hands. You can then push that energy out to the world, to a person, for healing, always for the good and always for the light, right? And always with their permission, of course. But there's so much power. Look at this, even this. See that figure, the hands, energy in the hands. You could be doing a lot of, people could say that you have a healing touch. You could be a massage therapist, or work with your hands in such a way that whatever happens through your hands is magical, is alchemical. But I see that it's of the highest order though, because not just, you're the first sign. I'm already worked through all the water, and now you're the last of the fire signs. Nobody's gotten the sun, right? So very big forces coming together to create something new. And now it's almost like you're looking at that and you're thinking, well, what am I supposed to do with it? And it's like, okay, great. What am I supposed to do with it? In like pure Sagittarian bluntness. Fantastic. Now what? Right? It's almost as if Spirit is just simply asking you to challenge yourself, to think outside the box. Because now they're showing me your cover card, which is, you know, the great archer. It's kind of like the archer, he has his tool, his implement of power, right? The bow and arrow. This is purely your own energy and the energy of Spirit coalescing together. There's no tools needed except your two hands and your intention and your focus. That's all you need. And so in many ways that can translate that can translate even more broadly, right? This sense that the vibration that we send out into the world, we create this beautiful energy. We put our manifestation in it, and then we send it out into the world. That's, I mean, I don't know what kind of world you live in, but in my world, that would be very powerful. And I've known people that have done it, and I have done it. I can't do it consistently. That's the problem. But there's something really powerful here having to do with the hands. And then with synchronicity, it's almost like this kind of deep meditative state that you then enter into, right? With the cycles. It's almost like this was the nighttime version of this scene. You were sitting inside this temple or this gazebo or whatever it is in the night, kind of manifesting and focusing and focusing. This is literally, it's like literally you focusing. It's like a different perspective. And then the day dawns, and through synchronicity, you start to see evidence of things made manifest. Damn. Good time to be a Sagittarius. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future. And at the end, we'll get advice from Spirit. Magician came out. Came out in reverse, but still came out. Okay. Oh, they wanted me to look at the bottom of the deck, and I did. Number 16, Major Arcana, the Tower. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. You know, somehow, you understand with great power comes great responsibility. This is going to shake up your world if it hasn't already. It could be shaking up your world as we speak. What's shaking up your world? Your own damn power. Your ability to influence the world around you in the way that you are. It's like you've unlocked a secret code. Yeah, but I can understand why you'd be confused as to what to do with it, right? It's a huge responsibility. It really is. Because Spirit gave you this gift. You don't want to misuse anything that Spirit gives you. That's a no. We don't do that. Right? We don't do that. We try not to. If we do that, we apologize. We don't misuse the blessings that are given to us. Okay, great. So what does this mean for me? Again, I'm like, Spirit is letting me hear your voice, Sagittarius. Okay, well, it's very shocking, and I'm like, what am I doing with it? So let's explore this in your tarot. In the past energy, 8 of Swords, confusion, anxiety, past energy, trapped and bound, right? Feeling really stifled. This is really broad reaching energies. This is really like expansive. Could be cosmic if we want it to be. This is very localized, so local that it's all in our head. The 8 of Swords. Swords is the air suit, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Analysis, paralysis. So there could be something in your past, clarified by the 4 of Cups in reverse. So it could be something in your past that you were really stressed out about. And with the 4 of Cups in the reverse, it's kind of like saying that you understood that Spirit gave you something really beautiful. Because the 4 of Cups in the upright is, see that cup there that's coming down from the tree? That's a cup that Spirit gives you. And in the 4 of Cups, it represents a person that is not seeing clearly, not seeing the blessing. But the card in reverse, you see the blessing. You get it. You see it. Right? But it's like I said, there's anxiety kind of wrapped up in which direction to move into, what to think about. What do we even think about this affair? These affairs. 6 of Cups in reverse. Well, there's no precedent. 6 of Cups is talking about memories, nostalgia, memories. In the reverse, it's kind of like we're not looking back to the past because this has never happened to us before. There's no precedent for it. I have no idea. Right? Perhaps in a past life, though, Spirit said, oh, but your past life. We don't expect you to remember, but you've always had this gift. You're just realizing it now. 8 of Wands. This is past energy, to clarify. 8 of Wands talks about fast action, fast communication. You could be feeling, or you could have felt like you weren't getting any guidance about what to do. A very specific Sagittarius. I don't know why I had to pick up my, this is Super 7. Wanted to pick it up. I have a very specific Sagittarian in mind. She's very, very altruistic soul. Also no nonsense and tells you like it is. And she's She's a spitfire, if ever I knew a person to be a spitfire. And I hope she's watching because she knows exactly who she is if when I'm calling her a spitfire. However, I'm thinking of her because Spirit is giving that vision to me. The responsibility of touching, even approaching God, approaching Spirit, approaching a higher consciousness can be absolute. Thank you, Spirit. Can be absolutely terrifying. They're all about it, apparently. They think it's exciting. But for you, Sagittarius, you could be really creeped out or really taken aback or just wondering, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to help people? It's also reminding me of like the first time my mom ever asked me if I prayed. And I was like, this was like in college, and I was like, not really. And she said, well, why not? Why don't you pray? And I was like, what do I pray for? What could I pray for? It seems kind of selfish. And she's like, no, it's not selfish. Just pray for whatever you need. So I was like, well, because I was in college, so I was like, well, I pray that I might get a good grade on my paper or that I pass my test or whatever. But it always struck me as kind of selfish until I got older, obviously. Had my spiritual awakening, and I was like, no, I mean, prayer can be a whole host of things, right? If you have a heart that is pure or even a heart that is flawed, but that you have good intentions and you pray for good things, you pray for good things for other people, where is the, show me the fallacy, you know? So, but could be the debate that you had in the past. Right? Sometimes Spirit gives us a glimpse of our power, and then it's like radio silence. For example, I've talked about it before, but like I've astral projected only a couple times since my spiritual awakening started. I've astral projected my whole life. I just didn't know that's what I was doing. When I was conscious of astral projection, I astral projected all the way to the International Space Station. I promise you I did. I looked out of the window and I looked down at planet Earth and I was like, WTF, and then I zooped right back into my body. And that was maybe 4 years ago, and I have not been able to do it since. Why? Why would Spirit give me a glimpse into that kind of power, only to then have me stumble since, you know, in that particular endeavor, right? I still don't know the answer to it, but I do know that when I had that experience and I zooped back into my body, I didn't look at death the same way ever again. I understood what we are, that we're just this beautiful energy, and our mind makes us limited, but we ourselves are limitless. I can't say that to you and have you believe it. This is the journey. This is what you have to discover for yourself. It's your internal power. I can't teach you that. I can say it to you until I'm blue in the face, but you yourself, you have to experience it. In the present energy, 6 of Swords, moving away from the chaos to the calm, rising above it all, rising above the fray. A lot of overthinking, Sag, that you're doing right now, because you see this person in this boat back here, they're in calm waters. It's almost like the echo of that is what you're trying to achieve, but could be really turbulent where you are right now, all in the mind space. And honestly too, if you've been seeing a lot of synchronicities, that will do a number on you. You start to see major synchronicities, like against the odds synchronicities, like there's no way that you could have written a script that could have described the level of kismet that had to happen for whatever lined up just so perfectly. You couldn't have written it better, but it was divinely written. And that can cause you to just be like, I don't even know what is even happening. Right? King of Wands in reverse, to clarify that. That's your King of Wands is Sagittarius energy and Leo and Aries, but in the reverse, it's like it's throwing you off. You're really thrown off right now. You're like not feeling in your element because, I don't know, are you having an identity crisis? Because this is what it feels like almost. Also, this is what happens when, like, dark night of the soul, spiritual awakening, it's an ego death. Sorry it took me so long to get there, but we got there. I think you're having an ego death. I just felt spirit kind of wash over this side of my head. I felt like presence just go, or a fluctuation in something over here. You're having an ego death. That's good. The ego is what keeps us within limitation. And it does it to try and protect us, so we don't actually go off the rails. We're not trying to go off the rails. We are spiritual beings in a human form, having a human experience. We're not trying to go off the rails. I'm not talking about society. I'm just talking about your own personal balance. Society is off the rails, right? But I'm talking about your own sense of personal balance. We want to be in balance. Yeah. Lots of upheaval. Can I have a clarifier for the King of Wands in reverse? Yeah. 5 of Swords. There's a battle. It's almost like a battle between you and your ego. 5 of Swords is a winning at all costs card. Competition. I don't feel like this is with anybody else, except maybe spirit. Interesting. Interesting. Are you in competition with spirit? You know what that looks like, to be in competition with spirit? It looks like a testing spirit, especially with something like synchronicity. Oh, okay, spirit, if you're up there, you know, show me a pig that flies. If you're up there, which I don't think you are, show me a pig that flies. And then, like, the next thing you know, you see the side of a truck and it's a pig with wings. You know, it's something, you know, it's like, that's what testing spirit means. It's just like me the other day saying I just wanted 10 minutes to myself. I just need 10 minutes to myself. Can I just have 10 minutes where I'm not interrupted? Just 10 minutes to myself. And then I got stuck in an elevator for 10 minutes. No cell phone, just stuck. Just in the elevator by myself. Having to wait for them to reset it so that the elevator would move. Pretty scary. Not super scary, but I'd never been stuck in an elevator before, right? So, like, I got my 10 minutes. Gotta be careful, right? Because it's your own manifestation. I feel as though there's a I'm a Sag rising, okay? I know how feisty that energy can be. I kind of feel like you're testing spirit. And I kind of feel like you're doing it with a little bit of a smugness about you. You do you, boo. That's your prerogative. But I think you're doing it. I think it's like, I feel a little bit of petulant teenager energy, but I think you're doing it because there's a part of you that doesn't believe you deserve this. Like, what makes me so special? This can't be right. Because for me to have a power like this, you have to be special. You have to be a special individual to have power like this, to have influence like this, to have abundance like this. That's for other people. That's not for me. Right? See what I mean? It's like even in that kind of conversation with the self, this has to do with worthiness. You're testing spirit because there's some part of you that doesn't think you're worthy of this kind of power. You'll figure it out though. Magician in reverse. That's the future potential. You're not embracing it fully. And look, you see what he's doing? See his hand? See where that center of power is? It's in the heart. It's in the heart chakra. It's in the self. It's expansive in all directions. It's in reverse. Still not convinced, Sagittarius. That's fine. 8 of Cups in reverse, though. 8 of Cups in the reverse always signals to me a homecoming. Because in the upright, it's the card of walking away from something. In the reverse, it's coming home. Coming home to something. A clarifier. 8 to the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Look at all of that abundance, that beauty, that peace, that calm. Wishes fulfilled, healing. It will happen. What is advice from Spirit? Spirit doesn't make a mistake when these cards flip out. All these cards. And you got the hardest one in the deck as Spirit's advice. 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, heartache, disappointment. Spirit's advice. Look at this and find what is redeeming in the pain that you've been through in your life already. You're still standing. You're never going to understand why you were given these gifts unless you can understand what it is that you've been through that would allow you to deserve it. That's your reading, Sagittarius. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Sag.